Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back to bring you guys some more clarity. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this week's weekly guidance video for the week of June 7th, 2021. Now, I want to go ahead and dive in and see what it is that Spirit is seeing this week, what it is that we need to be aware of, how it is that we need to move throughout this week. We do have a solar eclipse in the sign of Gemini that is taking place on Thursday the 10th. That we will be greatly feeling this week, and that we are already starting to feel and beginning to start to feel. And I just want to dive in and see what it is that Spirit wants us to know / be aware of during this week. We have sextile, house 3, fixed, and square. So I feel like there's going to be different periods of when communication is flowing and other periods of where we may be on the other side of the fence and kind of staying within our placements. And I kind of want to try to show you guys these cards. And this is house 3. I'm knocking stuff over. This is the fixed card, and this is the square card. But within the sextile card, I feel like this is what's making it to where there is some points of flow and some points of ease, but there is going to be tension within communicating and talking to others, because we may feel like we are kind of on separate sides and unmovability. Okay. So we have the waking lion, a tall tale, I see into me, and willing release. And this is showing me that there is a lot of that energy that is fiery, that is lively, that is excitable. We want to watch to make sure that it's not aggressive, because this energy can be. And also the energy of a tall tale, which means that things may not be quite what it is that they seem. Things might seem kind of sketchy, and you might think something that is incorrect by judgment or assumption, or someone may be doing this to you. And whoever is doing the assuming in that situation, it is your job to kind of look within yourself and see what it is that's triggering this, to release that energy. And part of this tall tale and misunderstanding can be the energy of that fixed stop, I don't think so, within communication. So be open-minded in this card of open to discoveries. Be open-minded on the information that you're receiving and what it is that, and how it is that you're responding, because you might not be seeing things too clearly, or might be assuming in some way, or someone may be doing this to you. Okay, we have a jeweled web, connectivity, feasts of plenty. Let me see if I can. Deep quiet, and dancing act, balancing on one foot. And this is speaking of our choices and what it is that we choose to do, knowing that everything is connected, excuse me, and be very mindful and really go back, balance yourself, and think before it is that you react this week. Make sure you are also balancing what it is that you have to do this week, because Gemini is very excitable energy, and you don't want to get distracted because that can be also something that is happening, is distractions instead of focusing on what it is that you're supposed to be focusing on. So make sure that you're balancing your time wisely. And remember, you guys, Gemini rules communication. And this may also expose where we need to change and heighten our communication and be more open, listening more than talking. But it also may push you to be kind of not focusing on your responsibilities and wanting to socialize more. So make sure that you're balancing what it is that you're supposed to be doing and taking the time to meditate and focus on what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because there's this energy of wanting to kind of socialize, be around other people, celebrate. Okay, we have the 10 of coins, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Strength card. All right, so this is really staying focused. When we see the 10 of Pentacles, this is really hoarding for the future, focusing for the future, and planning for the future. The Queen of Swords is very connected to the methodical mind, the logical mind, the idealistic mind, all right? And not so much on other emotional facets. And when we're looking at the methodical mind within the Queen of Swords, we're looking at new starts, new beginnings, and things, and not even just new starts and new beginnings, but things that will bode well for us at this time. And there may be new things that are coming in because of the energy of the eclipse, which is a new moon, that we're starting things that we would like to start instead of socializing or connecting. And not saying not at all, but to make sure that you're focusing on what it is that you need to be doing at this time within the Strength card. And I feel like within this Strength card, I'm seeing discipline, courage, and focus. Like the lion and the girl are both determined to go forth, to go forward. All right, the Judgment card keeps trying to jump out. So this is saying that Spirit is really at play here. Spirit is really calling you forth to move forward at this time. Yep, Chariot. Chariot card pops out, you guys. So make sure you're focused and open-minded. And we have the Star card as well. And this is speaking of, and I even see determination within her destiny and where it is that she's going. And that's really the energy that I'm picking up here, is determination to go forth and to stand up, speak your truth, past any fears that may be kind of trying to come in. And that's also that fear-like energy is also that energy of a tall tale that can be distracting, that can be not real, that's kind of coming in to kind of like, that's shaking you from what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So during this week, you guys, make sure that you're focused on what it is that you're trying to do, where it is that you're trying to go, and these starts and achievements that you're trying to kind of bring in at this time. Focus on this, and make sure as well when communicating with others that you're communicating openly and you're not communicating from a frustrated place and you're not communicating from an assumptuous place, because that can cause confliction and tension within our communication. Remember that we are having a new moon / solar eclipse in the sign of Gemini. All right, so the sun, the moon, as well as Mercury is sitting in the sign of Gemini, Mercury being retrograde, which is causing confliction with our communication and the way that we're thinking, the way that, we're processing information. So be careful, because Mercury is going to be highlighted within this retrograde just because of the fact that we have so much illumination with the sun and the moon and the eclipse in the sign that Mercury is currently in. All right, that is also retrograde. So please be open-minded when communicating with others, and when also centering yourself before you communicate. Make sure that you're coming from a communicative place and not one that is frustrated, agitated, or overwhelmed, because that's where we can kind of come off bitter, frustrated, angry, and have ill communication. And of course, focus. What it is that you put in is what it is that you get out. All right, and that is what I'm seeing for this week, for this energy of this week and the eclipse. Not the energy fully of the eclipse, but I mean as far as it's merged into this whole week. I may do a video on the solar eclipse itself. I may possibly do this, but I may not have the time. I'm still recording tarot scopes, and I'm still getting all of my last minute touches together for Art on the River, which is taking place this weekend. So if anybody wants to come out to that's local to the Port Huron area, definitely come out to Art on the River and get a reading, get some oils, and all of that. And I hope that everybody has a great day.